And their stories deserve to be told. There was another one, too, that really stuck with me about an electrician.
Okay, an electrician.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, there was this fire, and he ended up saving his husband's life.
Wow.
Welcome to Book Haven.
Hey everyone, welcome back. You know how much we love to go deep on really fascinating historical stuff, right?
Absolutely. Digging into those stories that might not always make the headlines, but that really shaped things.
Exactly. So that's just what we're doing today, uncovering some hidden figures, people you might not know but really should.
Sounds intriguing. I'm all ears.
Right. So we're diving into this book. It's called The Small and the Mighty, 12 Unsung Americans Who Changed the Course of History.
Okay, The Small and the Mighty. Who's the author?
It's by Sharon McMahon. You might know her. She calls herself America's favorite government teacher.
Oh yeah, I've seen her stuff online. Seems like she knows her history.
She really does. And in this book, she's making this point that we often focus so much on like the big names in history.
Right, the presidents and generals and all that.
Yeah, and of course those people are important. But she says, we kind of miss out on these really amazing stories of everyday people.
Small and mighty. I like that. Kind of like those people who work behind the scenes making things happen.
Totally. And it's not just that they're, not famous, but she's highlighting a lot of people from groups whose stories we just don't hear that often.
Like who?
We're talking women, minorities, immigrants, people who faced incredible odds but still managed to change the course of history.
I mean, that makes sense. History's full of those untold stories, right?
Exactly. So I'm dying to hear about some of these people. What really stood out to you from the book?
Okay, so many amazing stories, but there's this one woman, Clara Brown. Her story is just, wow.
What's so special about Clara Brown?
Well, she was born into slavery, then she gets separated from her family, and later in her life, she has to deal with all the craziness of like pioneering life out west.
So like layer upon layer of difficulty.
Seriously. But the thing about Clara Brown is she's resilient, like amazingly so. She became a symbol of hope in her community out in Colorado.
Colorado. Okay, so how does someone who's been through all that become like a symbol of hope? What did she even do?
Well, they called her the Angel of the Rockies for all the work she did. Like she was helping build communities, always there for people in need. Just amazing given everything she went through.
I mean, it's incredible to go through so much and still have this strength to not just survive, but actually help others, lift them up.
Yeah, and the book really emphasizes this thing about her spirit. Like, even though she lost her family, her home, her freedom, she never gave up on people.
That's powerful. But what did she actually do? Like, what actions did she take to make such a difference?
Oh, so many things. Like, she organized these support systems for people who were new to Colorado, helped set up churches and schools. She was also really good at business. And she used that to create opportunities for other people to make a living.
Wow. I mean, talk about turning hardship into something positive.
Right. Instead of letting her struggles defeat her, she actively tried to improve life for everyone around her.
It's a good reminder that anyone can make a difference, even when things are really tough. And I'm guessing that's kind of a common thread in the book, right? All these people overcoming obstacles.
Oh, definitely. Resilience is a huge EE theme. Sharon McMahon really wants to show us that anyone, no matter their background, can make an impact.
It's kind of inspiring, right? Especially these days when things feel pre-divided sometimes.
I think that's why this book is so important, It reminds us that we have more in common than we think and that we can all contribute something good to the world.
Okay, so we've talked about Clara Brown, this amazing angel of the Rockies.
Yeah.
But I know there are a bunch of other stories in the book. Like, give me another example. Who else did you find particularly interesting?
Oh, there's this one guy. He was a Japanese immigrant, and he actually became a U.S. senator. Can you imagine?
Wow, a U.S. senator. I bet he had to overcome a lot to get there.
You have no idea. He dealt with so much prejudice and discrimination, but he just kept pushing forward. And in the end, he was able to pass policies that really helped his community and the whole country.
It makes you wonder how many people we've never heard of who've done similar things, quietly changing the world.
Absolutely. And their stories deserve to be told. There was another one, too, that really stuck with me about an electrician.
Okay, an electrician.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, there was this fire, and he ended up saving his husband's life.
Wow, putting those skills to good use. Talk about a hero.
Right. His quick thinking and courage, they totally prevented a tragedy. But it also kind of challenges our ideas about, what it means to be a hero. And it shows how love and bravery can show up in these everyday situations.
I love that. It's not always the big, flashy things that matter.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's those quiet acts of courage. So this book, it's really making us think about American history in a totally different way, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's not just about dates and battles. It's about the strength of the human spirit. The everyday people who didn't give up, who helped others, who made a real difference.
It's kind of inspiring, isn't it?
It really is. And it makes you wonder, are there unsung heroes right in our own communities?
Right? Maybe in our towns or cities. People whose stories have been forgotten. That's something to think about. If you could shine a light on one person from your local history, who'd it be and why? Let us know.
I'd love to hear about it.
And in the meantime, if you want to learn more about these amazing small and mighty folks we talked about today, definitely check out Sharon McMahon's book. You won't regret it. It just might inspire you to uncover some hidden history right in your own backyard.
Now that's a thought worth exploring.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, everyone. We'll catch you next time.
See you then.
Grab The Small and the Mighty by Sharon McMahon, now on sale for just $21.68. Don't miss this chance to build good habits and achieve remarkable results. Click Buy Now today.
Like and subscribe for more Bookhaven podcasts.